Talk. As the name implies, we do this every single week. We are doing our weekly Profit Talk segment on Wednesday at 8:30 Mountain Time. That is 7:30 if you live in California and 10:30 if you live in Florida. So this week's topic is empowering your financial decisions. Now, this is a very important topic for medical practices because there are certain things that you can do beyond the mere treatment of patients and filing of claims to not only ensure the health of your business, but actually create a long-term growth pattern and scale your business to a point where you're able to make all of your financial desires come true based on the business alone. So I'm sorry, excuse me, I am popping something up here. Oh, wait a minute. Okay. I apologize. I usually have this ready. Let me see. Here we go. That's better. Okay. Beg your pardon. Sorry about that. Doing something here. So financial decisions. Now there are, matter of fact, let me go ahead and I will share this with you now. At the very bare minimum, there is a holy trinity of financial statements. It's kind of our little expression we call them by, because there are three of them, and they are the profit and loss statement, also known as the income statement, or the balance sheet, and the statement of cash flows. These three things tell us three different key elements of your business performance. Profit and loss is simply where the topic of profit comes from and what we talk about every single week. And so if you've been viewing this on a regular basis, you already know that profit is the result of three elements. The money that you take in, also known as gross revenue, the money that you need to spend on providing gross profit, which is the second step. This is two things. Cost of goods sold is kind of more of a manufacturing term, but if you do actually sell a physical product, then the costs of the raw materials that go into making your widgets is basically in this category. So too, and more important for medical practices, is cost of labor. Staffing is critical, of course, to a thriving medical practice. Even if you're a one-man band, chances are you've got somebody sitting at a front desk greeting your patients and being the front face and reassuring and otherwise processing the people that come in to see you. So, but more likely than not, most operations have multiple medical professionals as well as several non-medical staff that are key to making everything work. And so costs of labor is certainly a very critical part of profit. And then the third and final part are all the other expenses. So what we call selling and administrative expenses, that's everything from advertising to rent, repairs, maintenance, utilities, all the money that you have to spend. Software as a service is in there too, and that's a big one in the 21st century, certainly. Good segue, because we're going to be talking about software in just a minute. But so the profit and loss statement basically treats those three elements to a bottom line result known as net profit. Now, the balance sheet, on the other hand, there are three classes of accounts in any accounting system, and they and perhaps you've heard of these: assets, liabilities, and equity. And those three things basically have a mathematical relationship. Assets equal liabilities plus equity added together. And the balance sheet basically presents all of those three elements and their sub-elements to the viewer of the financial statement. Statement of cash flows is basically what it says. It will start with the indirect method of taking the net income and then treating that to the various things that change cash in your business. many of which don't touch the profit and loss statement. Investment activities are an example, or the withdrawals that you take out of your business, also known as distributions if you have a corporate. So at a bare minimum, you should at least be taking a quick look at these each month after the previous month has elapsed. Hopefully you have some kind of bookkeeping. If you're doing it yourself, fine, but you're also spending professional potential billable hours on something that somebody else is probably better at. So you want to always consider professional accounting, even at the bookkeeping level. So in any event, you should have good, clean financial statements each month, and at bare minimum, you should be taking a look at this. But as I have said before, the financial statements are basically a history lesson. So what if, and of course they are ordinary and necessary, and but let's go into extraordinary. What if you're able to plug in specific scenarios into advanced software and actually use a crystal ball and look into your future and see exactly what sort of possibilities are available to you before you ever actually pull the trigger on making the decisions? Staffing options is key. You may come to a point where it's time to hire another clinician and get somebody to basically assist with the increasing patient load that you have. If you are able to take the costs of paying that person plus training and all of the other incidental costs and plug those into micro forecasting scenarios, you can actually predict with some accuracy 6, 12, even 36 months into the future the effect that will have on the bottom line. Asset acquisition, this is a big one. You're most likely thinking as you grow that you're going to become more efficient if you have better and more I'm sorry, searching for a word here. If you have better diagnostic equipment in-house, it's going to basically make you more efficient because you'll be able to provide answers to your people faster. And this could also save additional overheads by sending this out to third-party vendors. So assets also have another little element I want to talk about real quick. Depreciation. For the next 3 years, there is a little piece of the Internal Revenue Code known as bonus depreciation. That will elapse and go away for good on December 31st of 2026. For that tax year, you're going to be able to take 20% bonus depreciation, after which any assets placed in the service after January 1st, 2027, it's going to go away. But right now, 2024, you have an option of either doing a regular, what we call double declining balance depreciation over the course of, for most equipment, would be 5 years, including computers and other diagnostic equipment. Furniture is 7 years, but we're talking about other more patient treatment type things. Over a 5-year period, you start out and with the first year is a half year. And then after that, you're basically taking more of your depreciation at the front end, but over a 5-year period. Making a choice between doing that and actually taking 60% of your depreciation the first year is something that could be very helpful to have scenario-based micro forecasting for, because you're going to get two entirely different outcomes. You might want to take bonus depreciation if in 2024 you suddenly find yourself with a whole lot of additional gross revenue through some means or another. People have caught on catching the fact that you're doing a very amazing job in the community and your patient load is increased beyond your wildest expectations. In that case, you may actually need to do something about the additional tax that you're going to be paying. And that's where these kind of things come into help. And you'll note this says practice improvements, and these are other things, simple, everything from interior design and basically improving your office to, in fact, that could actually be a move from investment in a commercial property and moving out of a leasehold. So if you're able to micro forecast certain scenarios in advance, you can see that this could have a powerful effect on the overall health and the growth and scaling of your practice. So in short, and to wrap up, the 3 financial reports are great, and they do give you some information, but they are a history lesson. If you want to actually get into future scenarios, there are tools and help available to you. And by the way, this is something that we have been specializing in here for some time, helping medical practices make informed business decisions, and basically taking that off of your plate. You went to school to become a medical professional. Nobody expects you to be a business genius. That's where this kind of help comes in, extremely handily for medical practices which we serve. So if you'd like to find out more about how that works, we're on 3 different media here. We're broadcasting on Facebook as well as YouTube, and of course LinkedIn. And all you have to do is pop a message into any of the comments on any of our social media, and or you can just write to Eric at owingsllc.com. Anyway, reach out and let us know if you'd like to talk more about how we can empower your business. So with that, I'm going to wrap up for this week. Hope you have an amazing Wednesday, the rest of the week, and an awesome weekend, and that you're enjoying your summer so far. And if you have a chance, do something randomly kind for a stranger today. So with that, have an amazing rest of your day, and